How do you get started? That's a question that many people ask, and just do something, because there's so many people asking other successful people. I've seen this in meetings. I've been present at many different kind of meetings with very successful people, and there are lots of people asking them, well, how do I get started doing this or that? And essentially the same answer always goes, well, do something. Don't just sit there. Produce, and don't plan for too long. Don't get stuck somewhere. Rather, produce and iterate over things. One example, the videos I produce, I just started by putting them out. I got feedback from other people because, well, it turns out that people care about you, even strangers. So I iterated over my videos. I still do, and I still appreciate feedback if you have any. But iterating over and just starting with something and knowing that, well, through iteration, and this is a concept thoroughly used in software development, where you have an iterative development cycle. So say a sprint of 2 weeks where you do some work in 2 weeks, and then you reflect upon what has happened, and then you plan 2 weeks again. So you iterate over the thing that you're producing, and so by doing that you actually increase the quality of things, because otherwise you'll just start doing things like what's called a waterfall model. You do something and then you don't iterate over it, so that you could do something real bad at the beginning and you wouldn't fix that because you would have to do other things further down the road. So instead of iterating, you can have a small waterfall model that you continuously iterate over to make sure that whatever you do will improve. And that's one of the key things about personal development and self-leadership, where you continuously improve yourself, you continuously improve whatever it is that you're doing. And this stacks upon itself. Let's say that you become 1% better every day. That's 37 times, I think, greater over the course of a year. I mean, 37 times better than your present you. Can you imagine that? The results are endless based on what you can do in the present moment, producing a little bit, not worrying about the quality. Well, of course, you always want to have the quality, but maybe it's not the way to start. You can't start knowing everything. You have to start somewhere, and if you don't have the experience, how do you get experience? How do you... Well, you have to do it. Something I usually say also is, how do you train your self-discipline? You do things that require self-discipline. And the same goes with patience. You have to do things that require patience. And that's how you exercise those mental muscles to further progress you in your career and your own personal development journey. I hope that you apply this now in your own life. How can you make sure that you just produce in terms of how do you get started? Well, do something. It can be a little bit step. What can you do now that brings you toward your goal in the future? It can be a little thing, but you just have to do something. Otherwise you'll be stuck and never get anywhere if you don't start by doing something. So that's the key tip I have for today, is just do a little bit, do something. And I've been talking about this in other videos too. You'll get over the barrier of entry, and you'll get into this kind of momentum where you just keep producing. You just produce, and you'll be seeing huge results with that. It's so powerful. So thank you for today, and see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening. My purpose is to inspire you toward action. And if you found this in any way helpful, please like, comment, share, because it will help others like you. I'm also available on these platforms. Now, get out there and do something.